everyone. This is Neha Sisodia, Assistant Professor at New LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss network models, relationship and object-oriented data models. So these data models are part of our first unit in database management systems, that are data models. So we are going to discuss network data model and relationship and object-oriented data models. So what are network models? So actually network models are extensions over hierarchical data model. So hierarchical data model actually have a hierarchy, that is a tree-like structure. It organizes the data into a tree-like structure. So hierarchy starts from root, which is also called as root at tree and root data, and then it expands it over in the form of tree by adding childrens to that parent node called as root here. Actually, it was most popular before relational data model. This model is same as hierarchical data model, with the only difference that we have a record and can have more than one parent. We can have a record and we have more than one parents. That differs this network model from hierarchical model, which only have the nodes. So it replaces the hierarchical tree with a graph. For an example, a data node that is a student with two parents, that is CSE department and a library department. We have two different departments. One is educational department, second one is a library, which is common to all the departments in our college. So we can have two parents from this student. This student is related to CSE department as well as the library, that is common to all. So this was not earlier possible in the hierarchical model, which have only one root and several other childrens, but we don't have several other parents to that student. So for an example, the college is comprises of two different departments, that is CSE department for now and a library department. We can have multiple departments as well. But for now we are taking only one department for our consideration. So CSE department is there and library is there. So the student is related to both of them. So what we can do is we can make a structure over starting from the root that splits into several many children, that is child 1 and child 2. So the root is split into two different roots, and then this is not exactly root, these are parents to student. So these children are then related to this student data. So we have two different ways to reach to the student. So let's see, there are some advantages of using network model, and as it was more popular before we were using relational data models. So data can be accessed faster as compared to hierarchical data model. Why is it possible? Because the data is more related in the network data model. We can have more relationship that can be revealed out of it. And there can be more than one path to reach to a particular node. As I told you in the previous structure, what we have seen in the data model, the network which we have created has a root as college, and we have two different departments. The first one was CSE and the library. So if we want to reach out to a student, we can follow any of the path. Then this can be accessed via multiple paths. There is a parent-child relationship, so we have a data integrity which is present. So we are not running out of the inconsistency in the data. So any change in the parent record is also reflected in the child. So we can save the data integrity. Now, using network model, we also face some disadvantages as we have more and more relationships that have incorporated in the network data model. So we need to handle the system in a very different way, and we also have complexity in handling those relationships. So a user must also have the detailed knowledge of the model if we are working with network data model. So any change like updation, deletion, insertion is a complex task in network data model. Now let's move on to the object-oriented data model. So the real world problems are more closely can be represented in the form of objects, and we can have relationship among those objects. So in this model, we also have relationship along with the data that we have. So they are present in a single structure called as object. So the data and the relationship, they are bundled together and they will be presenting a single structure called as object. So we can store audio, video, images, etc. in the database, which was not possible earlier in the relational model. Although they can store audio and video in some relational database, but it is not advised to store it into relational database. So in this model, two or more objects are connected through links. As we have seen in the network data model as well, that they are connected via some links, and in hierarchical data model also it happens, but they follow a hierarchy from top to bottom. But this is not the case in object oriented data model. We just have interconnections through some links, and we use these links to relate one object to other objects. Now this is what object oriented data model looks like when we have one object that we called an entity in terms of relationship data model. So this is an object which have several attributes, and also if we want to manipulate something, we can also get the methods into this object oriented data model within this. Similarly, we also have another object that is called as department here. We also have certain attributes. So this in the relationship database, what we have seen is this is called as entity, which is comprises of some set of attributes, and also this object will also be an entity which is related to each other by some relationship, and also it is also characterized with some set of attributes. So here what we have is the employee have attributes like name, job title, phone number, salary, department ID. Also we have an entity called as department, which is comprises of an attribute like department ID, department name. We can have several other attributes like department location, department city, so that we can locate the department to which a particular employee is associated with. Then if we want to manipulate some information about this employee, we can have several methods. So suppose employee will be hired. So this is one of the process that can be happened at employee's end. If we want to change the number, if we want to change any detail regarding the employee, that all the methods can be listed into this object structure, which comprises of the name of the object and also its attribute. Now we can relate this employee to a department because every employee will be related to some or the other department. So what we have here is we also have set of attributes for this department, and we can have the we can also have the method. So suppose I want to change the department, then I can use this method and I can change the department. And as soon as I'll change the department, definitely whosoever is connected or related to this department is also going to change. So the information, whenever I'll be getting the information about one particular employee, if the department related to that employee has been changed, definitely we'll be getting the information which is updated by this method. So in the next subsequent video, we are going to discuss what is referential integrity and some key concepts in relational data models. Thanks for watching this video.